What's poppin', BSNians? I know that the mileage varies on Hispanic Heritage Awareness Month. I get it. It's not nearly as popular, mainstream, or accurate as America would have us believe. But nonetheless, this is the time where the Latin community is getting shine, extra shine. So for this video, when I say black people, I mean black people, but also Afro-Latinos. If you're outside these communities and you can get something out of this video, so much the better. But my friends, what I want for all of us, what I myself strive to do each and every single day, is to live out the words of Toni Morrison, to write without the white gaze. White people don't care. They done left us out of so many things. It's a lifestyle to them. They left us out of so many things that when we try to include ourselves, they take it as a personal attack upon their person. You know what I mean? Just like racism is so integral to the idea of America that when you protest racism, people think you're protesting America. That because you want to destroy racism, people will say that you want to destroy America. It's like that. All of us black people know that there are a slew of white characters that we are attached to. Stories that we love and adore, that we go to for comfort, healing, to revisit a childhood experience that inspire. White people will always gaslight us and say that we're making it about race just because we want to be in the picture, completely ignoring the fact that the only reason we want to be in the picture is because we've seen the picture and see how cool it is, and we're like, yo, I want a piece of that too because this thing I'm experiencing is already so good. I want us to create without the white gaze. What superhero story can you tell if it don't depend on racial justice as its driving point? What magical fantasy story will erupt from your soul? You're not trying to contemplate the perfect metaphor and stand in for the delusion of white supremacy. And I'm not saying that stories that deal with these things are bad. There's a place and time for everything. I'm saying those things should no longer be the point. Like, there's so many books and stories that do that. And there will always be people who feel compelled to do that as their life's work. But for you, and you know who you are, what happens if you create out of the purity of creativity? What happens if you operate out of the energy of what genuinely moves you? And this is not saying that we discard our traumas. But if you're at work and you forgot to make yourself a lunch, you go out and get fast food that day because you got to eat. But if you're trying to have a healthy life, you don't eat fast food all the time. You eat and cook and plan your life around the integration of quality meals. Sometimes we might have to do fast food as far as creating and what comes out of us. We got real life that we're dealing with. But I want black people to make stuff with black people in mind. We invented funk, rock, and hip hop. I want you to remember that there's never been a time in history where there was something we couldn't do.